Colin, welcome to Kerry. Not strange to see a Cork man making the journey over to the Kingdom. Looking forward now to getting your tenure with Kerry FC off to a positive start on Friday night.
Yeah, no, absolutely. First of all, delighted to be here. And listen, just can't wait to get going, really.
No better test for yourself than a home tie against Treaty United. They bring a hostile crowd, well coached by Tommy, and a very strong squad as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, as I said, Tommy's he's done a very, very good job there. But I played him a few years ago. Yeah, and I know his teams are very well organised, and yeah, this year they're going very well. So it'll be a tough game Friday night. So it's it'll be a challenge for our boys, but they'll be looking forward to it.
Similar to Kerry, obviously, Treaty were almost the new boys, and you would have seen them during your time with Cork in this league, and obviously now Kerry are trying to come in. They're trying to grow as well. We mentioned a lot of the younger players in the squad. Kerry are priding themselves in young lads coming through the academy during your own time with Cork.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the players that have come through the Cork ranks that have gone on to represent Ireland, played overseas, and we see more lads as well that are in the current Cork squad that could make the journey as well abroad. But would you be hoping to, even obviously your main focus will be the first team, but to have a look and see what the underage and the academy structure is like as well?
Absolutely. I did it at my time at Cork. We brought in, obviously I was there with the 19s probably for 2 years, and we brought in the likes of David Harrington, Keane Murphy, Keane Barbary, all these lads that went on to play first team football. Some lads went on to play over in England, the likes of Jacob Ryan, Josh Owen, these lads. So obviously, first team, is important, but the underage teams are so important as well, as that we get a good structure in there, and give these young players an opportunity to go play League of Ireland football.
Can I just switch codes there and talk? When we spoke to the national media earlier, Billy Dennehy mentioned the women's under 19 team, and obviously coming from that women's sporting background, was that a conversation you actually had with the club about the structure of the women's game in Kerry FC itself?
Probably it wasn't. The conversation I had with Billy was obviously it was around the first team. That was how we started, and then obviously then is the bigger picture. Then is the underage teams, and obviously with the I'm only in the door, so let me see what's there. And as I said, is that as I have no problem helping anybody if it's the under 15s, 17s, if it's the girls, no problem at all. I said, listen, I've worked with the national team, the women's, for probably 18 months, and it was been brilliant for me, brilliant for my education. So once I get in, let's see what's there, and then listen, if I can help anybody, I will.
Just on, you're in the door, you had the conversation with Billy. I mean, many years ago, yourself and Billy were on the field in Turner's Cross putting on the Cork City jersey. Now you're in the boardroom at Kerry FC planning things out. When did the initial conversation happen with Billy to, I suppose, put the plan in place for you to make your return into management?
Well, probably only a few days ago. So I was I've been off for probably 4 or 5 months, and I've been looking to get back in. And we spoke to Billy, and there was an opportunity here. So now we're here now. So it's I can't wait to get going. To be honest, it's good for myself to get back into work, and it's, as I said, it'll be a challenge, but it's one that we're all looking forward to.
I know it was pretty public and documented, of course, your role with the Ireland women's team. When it came to a conclusion, obviously you wanted to pursue another managerial role. At the same time, look, you have your own personal life and looking after the 2 kids at the same time, and you wanted, I suppose, a step away from football. But how excited are you now with the prospect of being back in the dugout, being back with a team, and a new challenge with an up-and-coming Kerry FC team?
Yeah, no, listen, it's been a difficult year for myself and my family, and I needed a time out after the women's team, so I needed a time out. But after a few months, I was looking forward to getting back in, and it's important too, is that you can't be sitting around the house all the time too, so it's not good for you. So I think you need to keep yourself busy. So I needed to get back out, need to get back into work, but obviously as you said, the kids are the most important at the moment. So I spoke to them, and they were delighted that this opportunity came up, and they were saying go and do it. So here I am. So Delighted to be back working.
It's fair to say that a lot of eyebrows were raised when the announcement was made yesterday that you were taking over. A lot of people in Kerry were, I suppose, delighted to see a manager of your reputation coming down and taking over the role. A lot of well wishes on social media, including some Cork City supporters as well, wishing you well that you got back in. No rivalry here, even though Cork and Cork City and Kerry, of course, were locked in battles last year. Of course, Kerry and Cove, but a lot of people on social media, including, of course, one of your former Ireland players, and Denise O'Sullivan, another Cork person, delighted to see you. I know she quote tweeted the release saying that they got one of the good coaches to come down and look after Kerry. I suppose from your own perspective, with the year that you've had, is it great to see that you get all those well wishes, that people see you coming back into managerial role?
The support that I've had it's been incredible. It's been incredible, and I can't thank everybody enough for it. And it's been incredible. And you mentioned Denise. It was an honour for me, to be part of the Irish team. But then when you're there and when you're working with these players, some people just don't realise how good they are. And I've learned so much from them. We're dealing with world-class players, and as a person, brilliant. And I can't speak highly enough of them.
I suppose we've seen a lot of the international players when they put on the jersey, and go back to Denise, to get the chance to play in Parky Queeve. And when you look at the likes of the Kerry FC lads, Mounthawk Park is becoming their place that they want to play. They want to put on that Kerry FC jersey, and you have a lot of young fellas that will be chomping at the bit to try and get into that first team now against Treaty. I suppose what will you be saying as words of advice now to the younger players to try and just help them grow, help them develop? We talk a lot about maturity, that Kerry have mainly built with a younger squad. The likes of Billy and Connor have alluded to it over the years, how young the Kerry team have been, and just to get them, give them that little bit of extra maturity when you're coming up against fellas that have countless medals. You look at Shane Griffin, that's gone to Cove this year, coming from a Premier Division winning team last year, and there's some fellas that are 18, 19, it might be their first time playing in the League of Ireland.
Yeah, no, it is. It's an opportunity for them. They have to start somewhere. We have a lot of there's a lot of boys in that Cove team have probably two league medals. They started off when they were 18, 19 as well, and they're first team players now, regular players. So it's for the young players, is that the way the league is going, the first division and the Premier Division it's growing so quickly. And the level of coaching and the standard of players are getting so good. So it will become more difficult, but there is opportunities for players to go and play in these places. And as I said, is that if I can help them any way, I will.
Announced as manager yesterday, first game now on Friday night. A quick turnaround. You had your first training session with the squad yesterday. All eyes now on Treaty on Friday night. Hoping now for a big crowd, your first taste of the Mounthawk Park faithful. They like to be noisy, the Kerry FC Ultras like to bring the noise, they like to bring the colour. And what would be your message to get a nice crowd into hopefully a sun-drenched Mounthawk Park on Friday?
Just come out and support the team, come out and support the players. As I said, the players, we give everything that we can. As I said, the players will play for the jersey, they'll play for themselves, they'll play for, it will be a difficult game. Come out and support the team and get behind everybody, and let's see where we can go on this journey.